Hey everybody, happy Monday. This is Mr. Tenbrook here. It's Monday, April 6th, and we're gonna be doing a lesson on drawing the general shapes of the hand, of your human hand. I remember that I hated drawing hands, and to avoid them, I would pose the characters that I was sketching in a way that would have their hands hidden, so like you couldn't see them. And that saved me a lot of time by not having to draw all those joints and all those fingers. But the hands with all the fingers, joints, and the different planes of the hand really helped me practice my ability. And by practicing that, I learned the technical skills of drawing hands. But not even that. You also learn to give your drawings more expression because your hands are those parts of the body that communicate a lot through body language, like people who talk through their hands, kind of like me. And by drawing hands well and learning the technical skill, you give your drawings a lot more life than you ever had before. So we're gonna get into it. We're just gonna talk about the general shapes and the general skills to get started today. So before we begin, I want us to take a look at our hands flat, and I want us to note a few things. So what I'm gonna do, you do not have to do this, but what I'm gonna do to show you, I'm gonna lay my hand here, and I'm actually gonna do this side. So I'm gonna lay my hand down, and you may have done this before. I'm just tracing my hand. Okay, so right now I just have a general shape of the hand. And first, I want to talk about the length of the fingers. The length of the fingers are about equal to the length of the palm and the back of the hand. So that means that this section right here is about the same section from here to here. So your fingers, using your middle finger, is about the same size from top to bottom to the top to the bottom of your palm. These might not be exact, but they're really close and they will help you. So we'll label this one X. The middle finger is the highest and it forms the top of an arch made of the other fingers. So first you'll notice that this one is at the top, right? And what it's saying is it makes an arch like this, and now it curves. And the next part is that every knuckle, you'll see the knuckles from the lines. So here, 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 and here, 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 and here. These all form the same arch. The base of the thumb is a triangular shape attached to the side of the palm. So if we take this and color that in, there's like a small triangle right here. Okay? And then if you flip your hand over, like this side that we're on, the palm is distributed evenly on both sides of the middle finger. So if you go to the middle finger and draw a line down, you have just about the same amount on both sides. Okay, so now we're going to begin a self-study, and you can go ahead and follow along with me, or you can also watch this, pause the video when you need to, and then you could also complete the questions in your classwork once you have finished your drawing. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. So first, number one, we're gonna begin by drawing the general shape of the palm or back of the hand as a square. It's gonna be slightly wider at the top, so this is gonna be the top, this is gonna be the bottom. We're drawing a square. The top is gonna be a little bit wider than the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and position my hand like this, and I'm gonna leave it like that, because that's what I'm drawing. I'm remembering what I told you about those arches and the shapes. So I'm drawing a square where the top is a little bit wider than the bottom. Step two, we're gonna loosely add lines for the fingers. We're gonna begin with the middle finger and the arching the others down around it. So remember when I said that there's actually an arch with these. So I'm actually gonna start with the middle finger, and the way I'm seeing it is, it goes up like this, and then down. My index finger goes like this. My ring finger, and my pinky. And my thumb. So we're just doing lines right now. Number three, give the fingers some dimension. We're gonna go ahead and start boxing them out. That means that I'm gonna start making these a little bit more 3D. I'm thinking of each of my fingers as a rectangle, not a cylinder, a rectangle. So the top of my finger right here is gonna become a rectangle, for example, like this. And then the side just like that. I'm just drawing rectangles. Okay. I'm going to start rounding it out here. There's always a little bit of rounding. I'm going to remember that triangle right here. Come back in and erase a little bit. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do that again a little bit quicker, but I'm just going to remind you of those steps. So first we're going to begin by drawing the general shape of the palm. So the palm here was about a square. So we start with a square. where the bottom is a little bit wider than the top. Okay? Now we're going to remember that these knuckles, the knuckles of all your fingers, follow that arch. And we're going to go ahead and loosely draw those lines for the fingers, beginning with the middle finger. So middle finger, index finger, ring finger, and pinky. They're shorter because they're actually, the way I see it is they're going back into space. So they look a lot shorter the way I see it. And the thumb. Now we're going to start boxing it out. So we're going to start making those rectangles. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to erase this a little bit so that it's not distracting me when I'm drawing. So we're starting with our middle finger. Just a simple rectangle. Remember that arch. My ring finger. And my pinky. Index finger. My middle finger looks shorter because it's curving in. My index finger looks longer because it's going straight out. My ring finger is bending and my pinky is bending, so I can't see them as much. Okay, I'm going to put another line here for our knuckles actually. So this line is going to be the knuckles. Remember that triangle? Okay, so once again, that's the hand. So we started out by laying out those basic shapes of the palm, the lines of the fingers, and then we start to follow the curve of those knuckles, and then we start to box it out. Later on in a future class, we're going to learn how to add those details to make it look a little bit more realistic. Remember to finish your classwork. Remember to send me an email if you have any questions. And above all, if you get stuck, remember that you can pause this video at any time for help. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day.